For the past 3 months, I've been dedicated to create change, a lot of change into my life. And today I want to talk about the impact that this commitment has created into my life, especially now when I moved to a new city. I've been talking on my other videos that I've been working on this big decision. I've been sharing how I made the decision and what's been coming up during the process of making the decision. And today I would love to share about the incredible impact I'm receiving from this commitment of, I want to say, 3 to 4 months that I've been working on myself, creating so much change, changing all beliefs, all behaviors that didn't serve me anymore. I'm going to be sharing also things that I've been doing, the practices I've been doing during these months. So welcome back to another video. My name is Melisa, by the way, and I'm really excited to be here today with you talking about this amazing experience I'm having right now in my life. By constantly working on myself during these months, getting rid of old behaviors, old beliefs, what started happening is that I started creating a lot of space in my life. I started having the opportunity to rethink about everything. I was like, okay, if I don't think about this situation, this subject in that way anymore, what do I really want to think about it now? So I want to say that because I've been so focused on this move, getting ready for this big move of, starting a new life in a new city, my mind has been very focused on just that part of my life. So now that I arrived to a new place, to a new city, it's when I'm realizing like, oh my God, now I have all this wonderful space. Now it's time for me to start choosing the new beliefs, the new associations I want about, honestly, about everything. The way that is presenting is that because everything is new, I know some people that live here and I've been interacting with them, but I'm meeting a lot of new people. Places are new, the weather is new, so I can see how the old associations I had about, let's say, weather, the cities, the I want to say like how to get around in a city, the lifestyle of a city. I've been seeing how the old associations I had, the old beliefs I had, are kind of trying to kick in again. But I'm aware, and that's one of the wonderful things I will share about my practices. Like now, I'm so aware of the old and the neutral state I am at the moment, and the infinite opportunities I have to create the new. So yes, it's been very interesting seeing how the old has been. I've been very, it's tempting to kind of, okay, this is familiar, this is what I've been thinking my whole life about this subject or situation. But at the same time, like, why am I going to go back? It feels so good to have the opportunity to just create the new. The first and main practice I've been doing during this time is meditation. I've been sharing on my videos that can look in many different ways. It doesn't have to be you sitting down for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. I feel like that's what most people understand about meditation, and that's not the only way we can meditate. We all are very different, and we all connect with our bodies in many different ways. So exercising can be a way of getting into, so what meditation means, it's getting familiar with your thoughts and emotions, getting familiar with your inner experience. So yeah, there are many ways to access to that state. For some people can be exercising. People that are into climbing, they usually get very quickly into that mind state. They are really, really focused in what they're doing with their bodies. But I would say that just to break it down a little easily for everyone, paying attention. It's the activity, the way that works for you to be to to pay attention to what's happening right now, uh, and of course in a way that feels comfortable. In a way that you don't feel like you're forcing yourself, because that of course will create a lot of tension. And what we want in a meditative state is to create a lot of relaxation, right? Because the more relaxed we are, the more space we have, the easy for us is to see, to observe what's in our mind, and what emotions we are experiencing at the moment. What I like to do is to combine breath work and meditation. In my personality, in the lifestyle that I have, that's what works for me. I like to regulate my nervous system with breath work, and yeah, it gets me into a really nice place in my body and in my mind to start meditating. So I usually do 10 to 15 minutes of breath work in the morning, and then I do 25 to 30 minutes of a meditation. I do love Joe Dispenza's meditations, especially the morning and evening. That's it for me. It sets the tone for the day for me. I'm happy to link the people and the things that I mentioned on this video in the description. And why meditation became a pillar, like one of the main tools, practices that helped me during this process. And I have to say, like, I do it almost every day. Maybe on the weekends there's one or maybe both of the days of the weekend. Sometimes I want to take a break, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm very tired, probably I want to sleep in. If I sleep in, I start my day late, so probably I skip it. But it has to be constant, otherwise it doesn't work. So what I talk about this also in my other videos. So what it does, the constant practice of meditation, getting familiar with your thoughts and your emotions, is the same thing that happens when we work out, the same thing when we start a new sport, a new workout. It's trained our ability to do it, to become familiar with our emotions and your thoughts. The same thing, your muscles get stronger when you practice, when you're constant with your practice. And I want to say you have to experience it by yourself, and you will gonna tell, probably the first couple of months you're like, I don't even know what's in my mind, I don't even know what thoughts I have in my mind. It is absolutely magical, wonderful, when you start realizing, like, oh my God, I am aware of all the thoughts that I have, and I know what I think them, I know where they come from. Like, honestly, like, for me, the way I live life, the way I experience life at the moment is like, for me, there's not a way back. There's not a way for me to not create the space to know what thoughts I have in my mind, what emotions I'm experiencing. It feels really, really good, because now I'm mixing all the other practices, but there's no way you can create change if you don't know what you have to change, right? The second practice, it's been a wonderful practice in my life. I have received a lot of benefits, wonderful benefits from it. It's gratitude. It's the gratitude practice. I share on my videos that it's been in my life for many years, but I've been taking breaks back and forth. I don't think I took it seriously. And it's one of those things that I follow Joe Dispenza's work because I just love so much the way he explains things, and he, as human, I think he's really wonderful. A very loving, kind person, so I just learn very well from him. And it's one of those things that, oh my God, yeah, I hear everyone. I used to think like, oh my God, I hear everyone talking about gratitude, and it looks like it's a good thing to do. And I do it, and yeah, it's kind of fun, it feels good. But the day I took it seriously, that's when I started seeing the wonderful change in benefits we receive from it. So you start appreciating everything. That's as simple as that. The fact that you are taking those 5-10 minutes at the end of your day to reflect about the things you're grateful for, it does it. It does it, the trick, or it's not even a trick. It does it. It does it. It creates. You are now spending 5 minutes of your day that you used to not spend in reviewing what things make you feel grateful for. We don't live our lives. I feel like I used to not live my life like that. I feel like I used to live day by day, just like good things or stressful things. And the more we start creating this appreciation, it feels so good that even when you experience things that don't feel great, you don't pay that much attention to those things, or you start seeing them from a different perspective, and you start, that's what happens. Yeah, you start living your life, you start becoming more creative, and making those negative things to not happen. I'm still a little confused where I should look. Here's the camera. So because you feel so good when you have a full day of amazing things you're grateful for, you just want to stay in that feeling. So you start becoming way more careful in the way you live your days, more selective. You want to fill your days with things that you, at the end of the day, you're gonna feel grateful for. It's just, it's I can keep talking and talking about how amazing gratitude is. So yeah, that's the second practice. Third practice, I created this one. I came up with this idea after having my gratitude practice. I was like, it's a really nice feeling, but I started feeling like I kind of want to go deeper in this practice of gratitude, and I came up with the idea of calling gratitude, it's like a little version of gratitude, extended gratitude. I have a video about that, I'm gonna link it here. And the extended gratitude, the intention of extended gratitude is to, yes, be grateful for the things that happen to you during the day, but also to celebrate the things you do during your day. It's another amazing feeling, especially when you are working on yourself, when we are creating so much change. It's the same thing as when you are exercising and you are working so hard on, lifting weight, or you're working hard with your body. It's a normal thing to want to give yourself a little reward. So maybe having a really nice meal or a good day of resting, right? That's like the natural feel, like I want to give something nice to myself. So that's why I created this extended gratitude. I wanted to celebrate all this amazing work we do to create change into our lives. It's like after your first week of meditating every single day, like, come on, it feels nice to celebrate yourself, and it's not like, sure, your close people, your parents, or friends, sometimes people will do it like, oh my God, you're doing great, that's really amazing, but creating, like, making that action more meaningful, like it's an event, like, and now it's part of your gratitude practice, so you can do this together. At the end of the day, the way I do my gratitude practice, like, I have one column for gratitude and one column for to celebrate, to the extent of the gratitude, to celebrate myself. It feels really good. So what happens there is that it's almost like, it's almost no, it's another level of self-love, you know. Yes, it's nice when to hear it from other people, your parents, your friends, when they say like, oh my god, you're doing great, but you saying it to yourself, it is really, really nice. You start appreciating so much yourself. And again, you know, it's like you start creating all this love and enjoyment and appreciation in life for who you are, for what you have, that you just want to live there. So the same thing as gratitude, you start becoming, you want to celebrate yourself every night, you know. So you start becoming more aware about the things that don't make you feel like you want to celebrate yourself at the end of the day, you know. So you start choosing better for yourself. Like, I want to say, like, I'm very freaking selective at the moment. Like, I only hang out with people that I know I'm going to feel well with. I only do things that feel good. Like, it's just, your life becomes way better, way more enjoyable. The last one, but I think the most important one, which is, I think is going to be a little interesting for you to hear. But yeah, when I started doing this, I never thought where it was going to take me, and this is where it took me. And it's changing the belief and behavior of being a perfectionist. Oh my freaking god. I didn't know I was one. I didn't know I was a perfectionist. And I didn't know how it was shaping my personality and my life. So, why is the main one and the most important for how I feel today and the benefits I'm receiving into my life? It's because in the moment I stop wanting to be a perfectionist or wanting everything to be perfect into my life. I'm like, okay, if I drop that, I'm not looking for anything to look perfect. Now what? Right? So that now what became all the space I created into my life. All the space I have today to create any belief, any association I want for the life I want to live and experience. So if I don't want my packing process of moving to a new city to be perfect, and if I'm not putting my mind, spending my time finding the ways how that's going to be perfect, the first thing that happens is that blank, you know, there's a space. And the next thing that happens is that I mean, this is like incredible. If you are a perfectionist, I think you are going to understand this. You remove the stress, you know, because I used to live life. I didn't know that's the way I was living life. But when you're a perfectionist, you're controlling everything. And you have, yeah, this is stress, this tension, like, okay, and you're just like worried all the time, like, if this doesn't work this way, I need to find the next solution. And you're probably gonna laugh with this, but it was a mess, and everything worked out so well in my process of packing. Like, the Uber driver, like, this is just like so many stories that I want to tell you. When I was leaving to the airport very early in the morning, I locked myself out of the building. The building has 2 gates, and I didn't have my key with me. Anyway, so long story, but the Uber driver was an angel that saved me. I was super worried that I wasn't going to be on time at the airport, and I was able to get there on time. The lady that was at the airport helping me with the bags, she was super sweet. So what I wanted to say with this long story is that when we create that space, the thing that happens is that we start having synchronicities and surprises, and things turn out because we don't have that stress and that energy of controlling. yeah, there's just like surprise and things just turn out way better. And that's just like one example, but if we want to look at the bigger picture, what's happening right now, in my own experience of moving into a new city, starting my life in a new place, is that because I haven't been repeating all those behaviors and all those beliefs of from that personality of being a perfectionist, I feel like a new person. Like now I'm like, okay, things don't need to be perfect. I just allow things to be. And that's again where you just start finding a lot of some synchronicities and things turning out even better than you expected. So those were the main practices I have been doing constantly and I continue to do to create change into my life and to experience this wonderful feeling I'm experiencing at the moment. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video served and you feel inspired now to create a little change into your life. If you have questions, you can feel free always to reach out or to comment below, and I'll be happy to connect with you. For now, peace and love, and until the next video.